Welcome to U.S. Numismatics Hub, where rare American coins and hidden treasures come alive. In today's video, we explore the classic Washington quarter dollar, a timeless piece of U.S. history that collectors still admire. Let's uncover the story and value behind this vintage coin. Top one today, we're going to explore a very interesting coin from American currency history, the 1987 Washington quarter. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary quarter that once passed through millions of hands. But collectors know that some of these coins can be extremely valuable. The Washington quarter design has been a part of United States coinage since 1932. The front of the coin features the iconic portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This elegant design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and has remained one of the most recognizable images in American coins. On the reverse side, the powerful eagle spreads its wings, holding arrows and olive branches, symbolizing both strength and peace. The 1987 Washington quarter was minted in large numbers at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Because so many were produced, most people assume this coin is very common and only worth 25 cents. However, collectors and coin experts know that certain examples of this coin are far more valuable, especially when they are preserved in exceptional condition. One of the most important factors that increases the value of a 1987 Washington quarter is its grade. Coins that were never circulated and still show their original mint luster are extremely desirable. These coins have sharp details in Washington's hair, clear lettering, and strong feather details on the eagle. Finding a coin from 1987 in near-perfect condition is surprisingly difficult, because many of them were heavily used in daily transactions. Another exciting reason collectors search for the 1987 Washington quarter is the possibility of mint errors. During the minting process, small mistakes sometimes occur, and these mistakes can turn an ordinary coin into a rare collectible. Some coins show doubling in the letters or numbers, which is known as a double die error. Others may have off-center strikes where the design appears shifted, leaving part of the blank metal visible. There are also coins that show die cracks, die chips, or unusual planchet flaws. These tiny minting accidents make each coin unique, and collectors love these unusual varieties. In some cases, the mint mark may appear weak or slightly misplaced, creating another interesting variation that attracts attention in the numismatic world. Professional grading services carefully examine coins like these and assign them a grade based on their condition and quality. When a 1987 Washington quarter receives an extremely high grade, especially if it also shows a rare error, its value can increase dramatically. This is why collectors often search through rolls of quarters or old coin collections, hoping to discover a hidden treasure. For coin lovers, the thrill of the hunt is part of the excitement. A simple coin sitting in a drawer or pocket could turn out to be something extraordinary. The 1987 Washington quarter reminds us that even modern coins can hold incredible value when rarity, condition, and minting errors come together. The next time you see a 1987 Washington quarter, don't spend it too quickly. Take a closer look at the details, examine the lettering, and check for unusual features. You might be holding a small piece of American history that collectors dream about finding. And in the most exceptional and rare condition, a remarkable example of the 1987 Washington quarter has reached an incredible value of $89,000. Top two, we are exploring a fascinating piece of American coinage, the 1991 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter has been one of the most recognizable coins in the United States since 1932. The front of the coin proudly displays the portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This classic design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and has remained a favorite among collectors for decades. On the reverse side, the majestic eagle spreads its wings while holding arrows and olive branches, representing both the strength and peace of a nation. In 1991, the United States Mint produced millions of Washington quarters in Philadelphia and Denver. Because of this large production, most people believe the coin is very common and only worth its face value of 25 cents. However, the world of coin collecting tells a very different story. Certain examples of the 1991 Washington quarter have become extremely valuable because of their condition rarity, and unique minting errors point one of the most important factors that makes this coin valuable is its condition. Coins that remain in uncirculated mint state condition are highly prized. These coins still shine with their original mint luster, and every detail of Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers appears sharp and clear. Since many coins from 1991 were used heavily in everyday transactions, finding one that survived in perfect condition is much harder than most people expect. Another reason collectors search for the 1991 Washington quarter is the possibility of rare mint errors. During the minting process, small mechanical mistakes can create unusual features on a coin. One of the most exciting errors is the double die effect, where letters or numbers appear slightly doubled. This happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly, leaving a visible doubling in the design. Off-center strikes are another fascinating error that collectors love to find. In this case, the coin is struck slightly out of position, leaving part of the blank metal visible while the design appears shifted to one side. These types of coins are very rare and immediately stand out to experienced collectors. Some 1991 quarters also show die cracks, die chips, or weak strikes caused by worn dies during production. While these might seem like small imperfections, they actually make the coin unique and collectible. Each minting error tells a story about what happened inside the mint during the production process. Professional grading companies carefully examine coins like these and assign them a grade based on their condition and quality. When a 1991 Washington quarter receives an extremely high grade, especially if it also shows a rare mint error, its value can increase dramatically. This is why collectors often search through old coin rolls, jars of spare change, and inherited collections hoping to discover a rare example. For coin enthusiasts, the excitement comes from the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin could turn out to be a hidden treasure. The 1991 Washington quarter is a perfect reminder that even modern coins can become valuable collectibles when rarity and condition come together. The next time you come across a 1991 Washington quarter, take a moment to examine it carefully. Look at the lettering, study the details of the eagle, and check for any unusual minting marks or errors. That small coin in your hand might be far more special than it first appears. In the world of coin collecting, an exceptional high-grade example of the 1991 Washington quarter has reached an incredible value of $83,000. Top 3, we are going to explore one of the most famous and unique quarters in American coin history, the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter. This special coin was created to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the United States of America. Instead of the usual single year, this quarter proudly displays the dual date 1776 to 1976, marking 2 centuries since American independence. Because of this historic celebration, the coin immediately became different from regular quarters and caught the attention of collectors around the world. The front of the coin still features the familiar portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This timeless design, created by John Flanagan, has appeared on American quarters since 1932. Washington's profile represents leadership, strength, and the beginning of the nation's journey. What truly makes this bicentennial quarter stand out is the reverse design. Instead of the traditional eagle, the back of the coin features a colonial drummer boy holding a drum with a victory torch surrounded by 13 stars. This design represents the spirit of the American Revolution and honors the original 13 colonies that formed the United States. The design was created by artist Jack L. H.R. and remains one of the most recognizable commemorative coin designs ever produced. Although millions of bicentennial quarters were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, collectors are always searching for rare examples. The majority of these coins entered circulation and were used in everyday transactions, which means most of them show signs of wear today. However, coins that survived in pristine mint condition are much harder to find. High-grade uncirculated coins with strong details and brilliant luster are extremely desirable among collectors. When the drummer boy design appears sharp, the torch lines are clear, and Washington's portrait remains crisp, the coin becomes far more valuable. The fewer marks and scratches a coin has, the more attractive it becomes to serious collectors. Another reason this coin can become valuable is because of mint errors. During the minting process, small mistakes can occur that create unusual varieties. Some bicentennial quarters show double die errors where the lettering or numbers appear slightly doubled. Others may have off-center strikes where the design is not perfectly aligned on the coin. There are also coins that display die cracks, die chips, or unusual planchet issues. These small minting accidents can make a coin unique and much more interesting for collectors. Since each error coin is slightly different, they often become special highlights in coin collections. Some bicentennial quarters were also produced in special silver versions for collectors, particularly those struck at the San Francisco Mint. These silver coins contain 40% silver and are especially popular with numismatists who appreciate both historical significance and precious metal content. Professional grading companies carefully study these coins and assign grades based on their condition, strike quality, and overall appearance. When a bicentennial quarter receives an extremely high grade, especially if it also shows a rare mint error, collectors can compete strongly to add it to their collections. For coin lovers, the excitement comes from the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin could actually be something very special. The 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter is not just a coin. It is a symbol of 200 years of American history captured in metal. The next time you find a bicentennial quarter in your change, take a closer look. Study the drummer boy. Check the details of Washington's portrait and look carefully for any unusual features or minting errors. That simple quarter might be far more valuable than you ever imagined. In the world of rare coin collecting. An exceptional example of the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter has reached an astonishing value of $77,000. Top for we're going to explore an interesting and often overlooked coin in American currency. The 1993 Washington quarter. At first glance, the 1993 Washington quarter may look like an ordinary coin that has passed through thousands of hands in everyday transactions. But collectors know that certain examples of this coin can be extremely rare and valuable. Hidden among millions of regular coins are a few special pieces that have captured the attention of serious coin collectors. The design of the Washington quarter has been a classic symbol of American coinage since 1932. The front of the coin proudly displays the portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This iconic design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and has remained a favorite among collectors for generations. The details of Washington's hair, the strong profile, and the elegant lettering all make this coin instantly recognizable. On the reverse side, the coin features the powerful eagle with wings spread wide. The eagle holds arrows and olive branches, representing the balance between strength and peace. Around the eagle are the words United States of America and quarter dollar, creating a design that has become one of the most familiar images in American currency. Although millions of these coins were produced in 1993 at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, finding one in perfect condition is much more difficult than many people expect. Most of these coins were used heavily in circulation, meaning they quickly developed scratches, worn edges, and faded details. Coins that survived without heavy wear are highly sought after by collectors. One of the biggest reasons the 1993 Washington quarter can become valuable is its condition. Coins that remain in mint state with bright luster and sharp details are considered rare today. When Washington's portrait appears crisp and the eagle's feathers remain clearly defined, the coin becomes far more attractive to collectors and grading experts. Mint errors also make some 1993 quarters incredibly interesting. During the minting process, small mechanical mistakes can happen that turn an ordinary coin into a rare collectible. One possible error is a double die, where the letters or numbers appear slightly doubled due to a shift during the die creation process. Another fascinating error is an off-center strike. In this case, the coin is not perfectly aligned when it is struck, leaving part of the blank surface visible while the design appears shifted to one side. These coins immediately stand out and are highly collectible because each one is unique. Some coins may also show die cracks or die chips caused by stress on the metal dies used to strike the coins. These tiny minting imperfections can create unusual raised lines or marks on the coin. While they might look like flaws to some people, collectors often see them as rare and interesting features. Professional grading companies examine coins very carefully and assign them grades based on their surface quality, luster, and overall appearance. When a 1993 Washington quarter receives an extremely high grade, especially if it also contains a rare mint error, the value of the coin can increase dramatically. For many coin enthusiasts, the thrill of collecting comes from the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin could actually be a hidden treasure. The 1993 Washington quarter reminds us that even modern coins can become valuable pieces of history when rarity, condition, and minting mistakes come together. The next time you find a 1993 Washington quarter in your change, take a moment to examine it closely. Look at the details of Washington's portrait, check the lettering, and search for any unusual minting marks or errors. That small coin could hold a surprising secret in the fascinating world of coin collecting. An exceptional example of the 1993 Washington quarter has reached an incredible value of $72,000. Top 5, we are exploring a fascinating coin from modern American currency. The 1995 Washington quarter. First glance, the 1995 Washington quarter looks just like any other quarter used in daily transactions. Millions of these coins were produced and circulated across the United States, passing from hand to hand in stores, banks, and vending machines. Because of this, most people never imagined that some of these coins could be extremely valuable. The design of the Washington quarter has remained one of the most recognizable in American coin history. On the front of the coin is the well-known portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and has appeared on the quarter since 1932. Washington's profile is detailed and dignified, representing leadership and the early foundation of the nation. But on the reverse side of the coin, the powerful eagle spreads its wings wide. In its claws, the eagle holds arrows and olive branches, symbolizing the strength and peace of the United States. Surrounding the eagle are the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar, making the design both patriotic and timeless. Even though the 1995 Washington quarter was produced in large numbers at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, collectors are always searching for rare examples. Most of the coins that circulated developed over time. Scratches, dull surfaces, and faded details are common for coins that were used daily. Because of this, coins that survived in pristine condition are much harder to find today. Uncirculated coins with strong mint luster and sharp details are highly desirable in the coin collecting world. When the coin surface still shines and Washington's hair details remain crisp, collectors know they're looking at something special. The eagle's feathers on the reverse side should also appear sharp and clearly defined in high-grade coins. Another reason the 1995 Washington quarter attracts attention from collectors is the possibility of mint errors. During the minting process, small mistakes sometimes occur, and these mistakes can make a coin rare and valuable. One such error is a double die, where parts of the lettering or numbers appear doubled because the die used to strike the coin shifted slightly during production. Off-center strikes are also fascinating to collectors. When a coin is not perfectly aligned in the press, the design may appear shifted to one side, leaving a blank curved space on the coin. These unusual coins stand out immediately and can become prized additions to a collection. Other interesting minting issues include die cracks, die chips, and weak strikes. These small imperfections happen when the dies used in the mint begin to wear out or develop stress lines. While they may look like flaws, collectors often view them as unique characteristics that tell the story of how the coin was made. Professional coin grading companies carefully inspect coins like these and assign them grades based on their condition, surface quality, and overall eye appeal. When a 1995 Washington quarter receives a very high grade and possibly shows a rare mint error, its value can rise dramatically in the collector market. For coin lovers, the excitement lies in discovering that an ordinary-looking coin could actually be a hidden treasure. Searching through pocket change, old coin jars, or inherited collections sometimes leads to surprising discoveries. The 1995 Washington quarter reminds us that even modern coins can become rare collectibles over time. The combination of excellent condition, rarity, and unusual minting errors can turn a simple 25-cent coin into something extraordinary. The next time you find a 1995 Washington quarter, take a moment to examine it carefully. Look closely at Washington's portrait, study the eagle on the reverse, and search for any unusual details that might make the coin special. In the remarkable world of coin collecting, an exceptional high-grade example of the 1995 Washington quarter has reached an astonishing value of $67,000.